Welcome back. It's me again, Jerry Citarella, here with my Jerry Citarella Presents videos to educate, enlighten, and inspire. I think I said it wrong, but that's okay. They're all up there. Today we're going to educate and enlighten and hopefully inspire. We're going to try to get all three of them, so make sure you like, share, all that good stuff. Quick tip of today is markets don't matter. Now, I say that, but in reality they can matter to certain people, but I think too many people worry too much about the markets. So I'm going to give you a quick update on the markets, and then tell you why they don't matter. So, quick update. It's been a good year. I know a lot of people think it's not. We're in October, towards the end. We had some volatility early in this year in the markets, in the equity markets. And also when we say markets, it's not just the stock market, it's also the bond markets and gold and other things. Bonds haven't been doing much for a while, but we've seen a little bit of an increase momentarily throughout the year. And then now that rates have dropped by the Fed about a month ago or so, we've seen a little increase in the bond market as well. So for the more conservative investors or for people that have a nice allocation model, that piece of it seems to be doing better. But I know everybody's concerned about the stock market, so let's spend more time on that. Early in the year, we had a dip. Obviously, there was some tariff talk, some other things that scared the market, scared people, and a lot of people sold off. That recovered. We had a little bit of stability, a little bit more growth, a little bitty downturn, and then back up again. And then more recently, another what I'll call little bitty downturn. Trump said something about tariffs in China. Everybody got scared again. The markets came down, and then he backed off the throttle a little bit. Markets have come back up, and we just finished a nice day today, and the last couple days were nice. So I think overall this year we've had really a good market, and I think unfortunately watching it too much has scared people out of it. I know some people that do what I do, professional money managers that are sitting on a lot of cash right now because they're concerned, and that's hurt people. So I don't know what you do as an investor, but I just want to say the markets are important and you need to watch them. But realistically, unless you're a very, very active trader, a day trader maybe, or momentum trader, and you do something really active, they don't or shouldn't mean as much to you as maybe they do. And I know maybe that's hard to understand, but in reality, a good plan with reasonable and realistic time frames builds market fluctuations and those types of things into the plan where you don't have to watch them and worry about them quite so often. Now, as money managers, we are aware of them. We're watching the markets, we're watching the economy, we're watching the news, we're seeing what happens. We will make some slight modifications, but it's the overreaction to the short-term market moves that get people in a lot of trouble, and that's where you get stuck. Markets are going down, you get scared, you get out. And then the question, and I've done this on past videos, is always, when do you get back in? Or markets are going up and you're not in. When do you get in to start? Or what do you do? When do you do? It's just, I mean, I don't even know how to explain it because it gets so confusing sometimes, especially in today's world. So I used to live many, many years in a place that was next to a large amusement park called Six Flags. And years and years and years and years ago, there were some roller coasters that went like this, and they were fun. And I always like to describe the markets like that. Like it's an old time roller coaster where it went up and went down, kind of predictable. You had some excitement, but nothing too crazy. Now the roller coasters are insane. They go around and they flip, and sometimes the cars even twist. And that's more like the modern day market where you don't know what's coming. And as soon as you're about to scream or worse, throw up, it makes a turn on you. And before you know it, you're going a different direction. And there's just no predictability to it. Way more exciting, but also a lot scarier. But the reality is you start the ride and you end the ride. And that was your goal, right? To get on, enjoy yourself, get through a process, and then get off. And what happened in between, whether it was exciting or less exciting, more exciting, didn't matter as much as just the fact that you went for that ride and you knew there was a beginning and an end. And that's like a good plan. There's a beginning and there's an end period. And there may be little stopping points in between sometimes. But I think, again, people worry too much about what happens every single time. So I just want to urge you to understand the markets in a way that we have to realize there's very little predictability. And in today's world with breaking news and I guess the emotional piece, which people are very, very emotional right now, things move very, very quickly. And if you try to time it and you try to move with it, it's going to be difficult. So I urge everybody to worry less about the markets on an ongoing or regular basis and pay more attention to your plan and make sure that you have a good plan in place. At Prosperitas Financial, everything is built around the plan. And realistically, if you have a 30-year time frame, there really is no point to watch the markets on a daily basis or maybe even weekly. We'll do that for you in the everyday activities of making some moves to the portfolios, but even we don't do a lot of changes and we don't overreact. And we've been doing this for 30 plus years. So markets are there, we understand it. When you turn the news on, they're scary. And just remember this, the news has to sensationalize things. Because if the news comes on and says, oh, we're up a little bit here, we're down a little bit there, it's not that exciting. But if they say things like markets fly, markets crash, so-and-so said this, and here's how it could affect the markets moving up, moving forward, that's what they have to do to get you interested. So everything you see is probably, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 times more dramatized or exaggerated than it needs to be. So just keep that in mind. Put a good plan in place. Work with someone who knows what they're doing if you don't feel comfortable doing it on your own, and just set realistic time frames. And then you know what? Just go enjoy your life and let the plan come together. Prosperitas Financial, we can help you with that. I'm Jerry Citarella. Happy to talk to anybody who needs some help. Thank you so much.